The San Bernardino Wildlife Refuge is located east of Douglas, Arizona, in the path of a new border wall. Some are concerned about the impact of walling off the wildlife refuge.
Quite frankly, it's enraging, it's mystifying to see walls being built through wildlife refuges, through wilderness areas.
Border Patrol has confirmed that they've only documented 3 people crossing the border in this refuge in the last 3 years.
Okay, so Morgan, the Trump administration says that the wall is needed to combat the crisis of illegal border crossings. So what is the Border Patrol saying about this?
So I just looked at the most recent data, and the number of border crossers has been dropping for 7 months straight. But in the bigger picture, if you look like 20 years ago, they had 2-3 times the number of illegal border crossers back then as we do now.
All right.
Due in part to the Secure Fence Act of 2006 and the deployment of high technology, apprehensions of illegal aliens has dropped by nearly 90% in the Tucson sector in the past few years. To detect and interdict illegal border traffic, in 2016, Customs and Border Protection installed 8 integrated fixed towers near the San Bernardino Wildlife Refuge. Day-night cameras are mounted just above a radar antenna system. According to this joint release by the maker of the integrated fixed towers and Customs and Border Protection, these systems have the ability to detect, track, identify, and classify movement on the border. In 2016, Chairwoman Martha McSally, now Senator McSally, spoke about the integrated fixed towers at a hearing of her House Border and Maritime Subcommittee.
Arizona Technology Plan. As far as I can tell, the only procurement that is working well and is on budget is the Integrated Fixed Tower Program, located principally in my district.
In July of 2017, American Security Today reported that the integrated fixed towers at Douglas had passed CBP's acceptance and had been awarded the magazine's Astor Award for the Best Government Security Program. 3 of the towers are deployed near the San Bernardino Wildlife Refuge. This tower scans the refuge from the north. Less than a mile from the border, this tower scans the refuge from the west. This tower is about 3 miles northeast of the Wildlife Refuge. A Border Patrol fixed operating station can be seen in the distance. Each of these fixed tower systems operates 24/7, with a range in excess of 6 miles. Cameras are directed by radar, detecting items of interest.
Border Patrol has confirmed that they've only documented 3 people crossing the border in this refuge in the last 3 years.
With 3 cameras scanning the refuge, it should be possible to confirm this report and the level of cross-border traffic in the areas surveilled by the camera towers. The Border Patrol publishes apprehension data, but only by Border Patrol sector, not by Border Patrol office or area of responsibility. The refuge is in but one of 7 areas of responsibility in the Tucson sector. By regulation, agents report the GPS location of apprehensions, but for internal use only. Combined with recordings from integrated fixed towers, the Border Patrol should be able to provide an accurate count of cross-border traffic near the refuge. Was the integrated fixed tower system so effective that it prevented illegal entries? In June of 2019, it was announced that an integrated fixed tower system would be installed on the Tohono O'odham Indian Reservation. 10 towers were to be installed. In the past 5 years, 258 migrant deaths were reported on the reservation, while only 2 have been reported in the general vicinity of the San Bernardino Refuge. There is a vehicle barrier along the reservation border, but there are no known plans for a wall in the near future. Is it expected that 10 integrated fixed towers will prevent illegal pedestrian traffic onto the reservation? Are these new integrated fixed towers better than a wall? Integrated fixed towers are also used to secure the border in and near the Coronado National Forest and Monument. It is unclear when the government plans to begin construction of a new wall to replace the existing vehicle barriers. The Army Corps of Engineers is supervising the construction of the wall along the border east of Douglas, Arizona. It is a massive project, costing $20 million a mile. It is expected to reach the wildlife refuge by late February or early March. This look at the San Bernardino border wall issue has raised some serious questions. Is the problem of illegal migration onto the wildlife refuge under control, or is a 30-foot wall necessary? Will the technology used at this refuge be sufficient to control the border at the Tohono O'odham Indian Reservation? How is the use of integrated fixed towers working at the Coronado National Forest? Could this technology be used elsewhere, such as the Cabeza Prieta Wildlife Refuge? Customs and Border Protection has long been faced with the problem of metrics, how to measure border security. In 2016, the Migration Policy Institute said that without such metrics, basic questions cannot be answered, and Congress and DHS have difficulty in evaluating existing policies.
Under the president's proposal, there's nothing on the table other than what's in his head and what he's saying. GAO looked at it back last summer and said they could find no matrix or anything as to what they would do if they had this money.
The American people want to see results, control of our borders, and we need to establish standards or metrics and then show that they've been achieved.
Technology exists to establish border metrics. These systems are buried and solar-powered and can be installed quickly. In a short time, we would know whether the problems are serious and if existing technology such as integrated fixed towers can provide security.
Sprawling landscape from Sonora to southern Arizona.
The U.S.-Mexico border is one of the most biodiverse regions in the entire country.
The San Pedro, the last free-flowing river in the southwest.
There's just no way to put a man-made wall across the river and expect that it's going to stay, and it would be devastating for the river, the hydrology, and the animals that use the river.
Learning that construction of a wall across the San Pedro River was imminent, locals got organized.
No more!